under Chapter 1 of the Basics of English Language. And if you were not able to watch Lesson 1, please do watch, and for sure you will learn much from it. Now, this video number 2 provides lecture tutorial on headwords, and I'm sure you are eager to know what these headwords are. So, let's get started. Okay, so the most important word in the subject and the most important word in the predicate are called headwords. Alright, so I have prepared some sentences that we are going to read at the same time. So we have here sentence number 1. Okay, read the following sentence in each of the sentences that I will provide you. Okay, the headwords are written in yellow, and take note that other words may be grouped around these headwords. Now, the small herd huddled together at one end of the pasture is sentence number 1. Let's read them together. The small herd huddled together at one end of the pasture. Next, sentence number 2. My younger sister bought a chemistry set. Again, my younger sister bought a chemistry set. Number 3 sentence. My Aunt Lily gave us a player piano. Again, my Aunt Lily gave us a player piano. And for the last sentence, the 5th grade students painted a mural for our school shaded walk. Again, the 5th grade students painted a mural for our school shaded walk. Now, the headwords, the sentences that we have just read are all placed in this slide. And as you can see, the headword in the following sentences are all nouns or a noun substitute. So, as you can see here in the examples, okay, we have earth, sister, lily, and students are all nouns. Okay, you will study about substitute or noun substitutes later on. And then the headwords in the predicate is always a verb. We have huddled, bought, gave, and painted. These are all verbs, right? Now, other terms sometimes used for the headword is in the subject are the simple subject or the subject noun. The headword in the predicate is also called the simple predicate or the verb. Okay? The headword in the subject is often a noun or a noun substitute. And the headword in the predicate is always a verb. Alright? So in this next slide, I have prepared again 2 sentences. Okay, what are we going to do here? I'd like you to, in sentence number 1 here, this sentence number 1, my brother bought a lottery ticket. I'd like you to put a slash mark to separate the subject and the predicate of this sentence, and then underline the headword in the subject part and underline the headword also in the predicate part. So this is a part of the lecture in video number 1. So if you have watched that, you know how to identify the subject part and the predicate part of the sentence. So I have the pen or the highlighter maybe in the red color. So my brother bought a lottery ticket. So to separate, I will put this last mark there, and then the instruction says you have to underline the headword under the subject part and the headword under the predicate part. So if you can see here, brother is more important word than my, and both is the most important word okay, under the predicate part. So brother, as you can see here, is a noun. All right. Oh, sorry for that. It's letter N. And both is letter V. And that is now your verb. Okay, what about here? Sentence 2. Several pigeons nested on our fire escape. So I've already put a slash mark there in between the subject part and the predicate part. Now the question is, what is the head word in the subject? Here, in the subject part. Okay, which is more important, several or the pigeons? Always remember the head word is a noun. Alright, so the answer is, you're correct, it's pigeons. Now, here, under the predicate part, nested on our fire escape, what is the head word in the predicate? So if we are going to answer that, okay, circle this, which is your answer. What is the head word in the predicate? So which among all the words here is the most important word? So of course, it's nested. So the answer for letter for this part is this one, letter C. All right. So always remember that the looking for the head word, you just look for the most important word under the subject part and most important word under the predicate part. So always remember, all sentences have two parts, a subject and a predicate. All sentences have two parts, I repeat, have two parts, a subject and a predicate. Now let's take a closer look at the next slide. Okay, now you look at this. Carlos cleaned. Now as you have seen, all sentences have two parts. Okay, now here you have Carlos cleaned. N stands for noun and V stands for verb. A sentence that contains only a noun and a verb follows a pattern, and that is called the noun-verb pattern or the NV pattern. In many sentences, however, the predicate contains another main element, which is called a complement. And you will study the patterns of these kinds of sentences in the next videos that I'm going to upload. Now, there are different kinds of complements in the sentences that follow. Now, each complement is in color red. Okay, have you seen that? Sentence number 1, sentence number 2, 3, and 4. So you have there closet, shortcut, cousins, and 13. Okay, now suppose you saw the sentence like this, okay, without a complement, using just a subject and a verb. Carlos cleaned. Sam and Mary took. Anna and Mary are. Mary will be. The first sentence, which is Carlos cleaned, sounds fine, but something is missing from the others. In sentences like this, a complement is needed to complete the sense of the verb in each sentence. When checking for complements, read aloud only the subject and the verb part of each sentence. Then ask yourself, is something needed to complete the sense of the verb? So if the answer is yes, then you'll find a complement in the sentence, okay? So always remember, a predicate may contain a verb alone, or it may contain a verb and its complement. Again, let's read this part. A predicate may contain a verb alone, or it may contain a verb with a complement. Now, I have prepared exercise for you, but before that, Okay, always remember for the second time, a predicate may contain a verb alone or it may contain a verb with its complement. Okay, so as I was saying a while ago, I have prepared an exercise for you to check whether you understood the lecture in this video. So copy the sentences, draw one line under the verb and the predicate. Next, if there is complement, put a circle around it. Okay, the instruction is very clear. So good luck and see you in the next video. So these are now the sentences. I think I have prepared 7 sentences for you. Okay, so you may copy that and write that on a piece of paper and do the activity for you to master the lecture on Headwords. Okay, so good luck and thank you for watching. Goodbye.